there, and you're very welcome to another episode of the Arkham Avengers FFPL podcast. You join me, the host, along with Eamon, Hector, and Captain Fantastical Mick, where we take a look to see how the managers in this league are getting on for the season. However, we'll also be talking about much more. So kick back, stay tuned, and enjoy. And a very warm welcome to this week's show. As some of you might have realised, there was no football on last weekend, and instead I asked the three amigos here, Eamon, Hector and Captain Fantastical Mick, to plan out something for our show, for our listeners this week. Gentlemen, a very warm welcome. How are you all doing?
Thank you. Very well. Refreshed. Looking forward to the show.
Good. Hector? Thank you. I am also freshed up and looking forward to this show. I think it would be very good. This is sounding very promising. Two very positive members of the panel. Mick, will you make it 3?
I think I certainly will make it 3. I'm really thinking this is going to be a cracker show. I have to say, I think it's going to be a brilliant show. Our listeners are going to be lapping this one up.
Well, now, I have to say, I'm intrigued. What have you got in store for us? Is it a movie? Book reviews? What is it?
We have a concert in a church.
Okay, Eamon. This sounds interesting. One of you want to tell us a little bit more about this?
Sure, there's no problem with that. As you are aware, Hector has recently informed us he was attending a choir rehearsal for a show, and as there was no Premier League football, Hector thought it might be a good idea for us, that is myself and Mick along with Hector, to go to the live performance. So Mick was driving and we landed in the village of Moydoe in County Longford on Saturday the 24th.
Okay, very nice.
And there's one other thing. Hector brought some equipment with him.
Equipment? Okay, what sort of equipment?
That's right. He brought some equipment.
Well, I gathered that, Mick. What sort of equipment did he bring? Did he bring a camera with him?
Mick?
He brought some recording equipment with him.
Oh, really? Okay. And what would this recording equipment be, or where would it have come from? Yeah, well, of course, at this point, maybe I think I should say, I got the recording equipment for the trip to, I think it's Moydoe. Yeah, man, I don't think it's the Moydoe. And I borrowed a microphone and a Zoom PodTrack 4, P4, that you had sitting in the shelf.
Ah, did you know?
Believe it was a very good cause.
Oh, it was it?
Okay, a good cause. Yes, after all, I wanted to capture the sound of the singing choir, and as you had the equipment, I think you don't mind my borrowing the microphone, the recorder.
Well, as long as you brought it back.
I did. I swear on Eamon's life, all working fine, I brought it back.
You can leave me out of this now, so you can. You decided to go and procure this equipment.
Okay, equipment aside, you three arrived in Moydoe. What happened?
We arrived about an hour before the performance was going to start, and the people that are getting set up, of course, was all the sound and the equipment checks and mics. We thought we got ourselves a seat, didn't we, Eamon?
That's right, yes. Since we were there good and early, we thought, well, look, we might as well get a seat. And Hector tried to get us to take one at the top aisle. However, I said that we were better off down the back, so as not to draw attention to ourselves. Mick, back over to you.
Thanks, Eamon. Well, Hector, of course, didn't quite understand why we didn't want to sit up near the top of the church, or why we wanted to sit down the back. And Hector, not being as well known as us, he didn't see any harm with sitting up the front. But we explained people would know Eamon and myself from the sporting arena, and we didn't want to detract from the choir. If people spotted us and they'd be coming over and shaking hands and looking for autographs and that.
Yes, that is true. The last thing we wanted to do is to be a distraction. I mean, who in the choir would want Mick and myself sitting up there taking up people's time, coming over, talking way to this?
I was there too, all I keep hearing here is Mick and Eamon, Eamon, Mick and Eamon.
Well, we know we were there, Hector. We know that. But Hector, people don't know you like you know us.
There you go again. Why you say people don't know me? Of course they know me. People contact the show. They asking me to give big shout out.
Yes, but as we were trying to explain, we're more recognizable, Hector, than you. Imagine we're sitting up at the top of the church aisle. People in the congregation are coming by, stopping, saying hello.
Asking about the sports and all the likes of that.
Maybe even a bit of cricket.
You say they would line up and say hello. Then they would get him to meet me and know me too. I knew we should have gone up to the top, but you guys, you wanted me to miss out. So no top seat for you lads, I take it.
No, not at all. We sat down the back, keeping a low profile, as some would say.
When we sat down, I noticed then that they've got this bucket out for donations. It was going into a parish fund, apparently. And I told the lads, we might as well put something into the bucket. Like, we've come all this way, might as well.
Well, after all, it was for a good cause, as Hector says.
And the good cause, of course, did you say is a local parish fund?
Yes, the local parish in Moydow and Arda. It was an evening of song and praise.
Ah, yes. Yeah, oh, yes, I remember that. We had a piece sent in about that there. Okay. Now, back to the story. So you're having a discussion about the donation bucket.
Yes, you're right there. We did have a discussion, and a discussion took place. Mick and I decided we'd put some money in. It's for a good cause. And Hector announced he didn't bring any money with him.
I knew you had to bring money. And no one say I had to bring the money. You were down at rehearsals a number of times, Hector. And now you're saying you knew nothing about a collection or donation. Nothing. I know nothing.
Or like you know nothing all of the time. Never mind you knew nothing and know nothing. Nincompoop is what you could be called.
I say I didn't know about any collection. How many times I have to say that?
Well, what I'd like to know is who goes all that way and doesn't bring any money with them, huh?
Well, perhaps Hector thinks he's royalty. Doesn't need to carry cash on him or card.
For our listeners, and myself of course, can we find out, did he put money into the bucket or was money put in?
Mick and I put money in. We made a donation, and we made a further donation on behalf of Hector.
Which I'd be very happy. Thank you very much.
I have to say, when we were sitting there, a nice crowd was starting to turn up. A nice crowd in attendance.
Yes, and I have to say it was nice to see the support out for the choir. As I sat there, I couldn't detect any nerves from the members of the choir. They all looked very professional.
And the good thing is, I recorded the performance. You want, I can play it. Will I hit the play button now? I can do it now. I can put it. Oh, you might as well. Hector, I'm sure everyone would like to hear what you actually recorded.
Oh, it's time to sit back, lads. Stretch your legs now.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for coming to St. Mary's Church here in Moydow, and for everybody who's travelled locally, and for those travellers who have come further distance, warm welcome to you all. Fire exits, I don't think we need them, but look, they're at the doors that you came in, and that's how we'll be exiting if we need to evacuate.
And there you go. He have nice touch about the fire exits, you know.
Well, you always have to think about safety, Hector. Safety first. I noticed, though, he never mentioned anything about turning off the mobile phones.
Oh, why would he mention about that? People in the congregation have their phones out. They're taking photographs. They're trying to record something here.
That's true, yeah. You've got a point there, Eamon.
And, oh, look, here is this guy. He is the priest.
I was afraid there, Patrick, over the years said I'd like to invite Fantastical Mick to come up and sing a song.
That's for the final lesson.
I want to join with Patrick in welcoming everybody to our beautiful little recital here this evening. Something like this doesn't just happen out of the blue. A lot of practice goes into it and a lot of rehearsing. And I want to say that this group of people behind me and in front of me have put a lot of time and energy into this evening's recital.
Very thoughtful words spoken there. Touching for all involved, I think.
But I just wonder, will there be snacks? Do you think there'll be snacks?
I'll come back to this later, okay? Leave it.
This is the first hymn that they're singing at the moment. Lift up your hearts. Here we go.
It's quite catchy. I like it. I think that's Hector's stomach. Is it rumbling?
I think I'm a little bit hungry. I had nothing to eat since breakfast time.
That's great. No money, no food. I wonder what's next there.
I had a sheet.
I've got the sheet here. Let me have a look at this. It says here, next on the list, I believe in Jesus.
how many songs are going to sing all together, before we get into the refreshments?
Let's see, it's 24 here, it says. Next up is If I Were a Butterfly.
Kids is singing. Sounds very good. I like this one.
I like it too, All the animals, the fishy fish, talented children too. And they're singing about animals, food. I still wonder about the refreshments.
Can you give up about the refreshments? That person in front of us is looking around, wondering, what are you going on about refreshments for? Can we just stop here? I thought that was quite lovely, I have to say.
And then, he's saying the sheet there, let me have a look.
What are you...
I just wanted to see what's on next. Okay, it's going to be, what have we got here? Annie's song, 10,000 Reasons, Colors of the Day. And now, let's see, we move on to Sing to the Mountain.
This is very good. It's such a variety of voices. The richness in the choir, it really reaches out here.
Yeah, let's see. So, of course, we've gone through a few more here. Could it be My Jesus, My Saviour, The Weaver? We've got Light the Fire as well. And this next one is a good one, though. This is it now. We're going to be listening to this one here. Keep quiet now, lads. It's Share the Light of Jesus.
Oh yeah, I can see now the kids are coming back on to sing.
I'm thinking that this next hymn is really going to touch your spirit. I think it's going to touch all of us here in the church. It's the spirit of your love.
Very touching, Eamon. I'll have to say, it's very touching.
Some of the voices, they be like angelic.
MBS, but I think we've got a cracker next to this hymn. What's it say? We're marching. Say a hamba.
I'm not sure of this one here. Oh, yeah, this is very good. This is cracking. Yeah, make you want to jump out to your season.
Please, can you just sit down and don't get up now, please? These people are knocking around. You're starting to draw attention to yourself. You're going to get us thrown out.
Who's going to throw us out? Be quiet or busy.
There's a couple of lads over there looking at us. They're probably thinking, what are they doing?
Well, now they have finished singing. Maybe we go for their refreshments now. Oh, we can't. The priest, he'll come back.
I stand beneath the endless waterfall of your abundant gifts to me. I thank you especially for the blessing of life, the most precious of all your gifts to me. I thank you, ever generous one.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to what he's got to say, okay?
You know something? You two are like two outlands. You've done nothing but talking and whittering on there.
That you bestowed upon me. I thank you for the many joys of my life, for family and friends, for work that gives me a sense of purpose and invests my life with meaning. I thank you as well for the sufferings and trials of our life, which are also gifts, and which together with my mistakes are among my most important teachers. Grant that I may never greet a new day without the awareness of some gift for which to give you thanks, and may constant thanksgiving be my song and music of perpetual praise to you. My friends, I want to say how much I truly enjoyed this beautiful recital this evening. Beautiful music and song to cheer our hearts. This evening has given us such a wonderful, momentous time in our hearts, in our communities, and in our lives. The beautiful voices here at the sanctuary tonight, the wonderful gift of music has brought joy to all our hearts and all our lives. And then we have our little blessing of our newly refurbished hall here next door, which is newly refurbished, and I'll say a bit more about that when we get over there. And then we'll have beautiful refreshments that's prepared by beautiful hands this evening for us to enjoy.
I heard something about the refreshments. I'm so hungry. Oh my gosh.
Well, we didn't come here to get stuffed, Hector. We came here for the music, for the choir, for the song and praise. And that's the end of our recording. for the moment. That's the end of the singing and the choir side. And I have to say, lads, it sounded very good there. It sounds like a very good performance. And well done to everybody involved. The question, of course, now is, did Hector manage to get a cup of tea? I did, yes. I got the tea. There was rocky roads, there was coffee, buns, apple tart, ham and cheese sandwiches, egg mayonnaise, there was sambos, sweets. Oh, yes. There was little boxes of sweets as well. Like, oh, it was very tasty. Yes, a lot of work went into that there, and you have to say all credit to the community who put that fine spread out there. It was a great atmosphere in that hall afterwards.
There certainly was plenty of food there, I have to say, and some good crack. I got talked to a couple of characters there.
That's great, you know. There's actually nothing nicer than a great community spirit. And fair play to them, as you said there, for the community hall, in my view, getting refurbished. And did you say that there was a few prayers or a blessing for it?
Yeah, that's right. There was a little blessing. The same priest popped over from next door, and he blessed the place, and blessed everybody involved in it.
All right. Well, that's very good. Well, okay. It's not quite football, book review, movie night, but it's very good, lad. We're not quite finished. Oh, okay. Oh, what is this?
You want to talk about the man at the reception, aren't you, Eamon?
It's recitation, Hector. Recitation, not reception. But yes, this man decided to give a recitation, and I really think you are going to enjoy this. You're going to laugh at this. You're going to smile. This is going to bring joy.
Yeah, I have to say, this is very enjoyable. Oh, the gloves. I'm still chuckling at that, so I am.
And don't forget about Mary Ann either, Mick.
How could you forget about Mary Ann? Oh, seriously.
I'm a little bit lost here. What's going on?
You just have to listen to this. It's very funny. Hold on, I press the button now and they play, okay? You listen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're all listening.
Okay, I'm listening as well, okay.
Some people said that I was shy, others called me slow. My father blamed me mother for rearing me a lazy sod, but she maintained it was all his fault. She said, sure, all his old crowd was odd. Why don't you go out and get a woman? He used to say to me. When I was your age, the very least I had was 2 or 3. One wee bit of advice I'll give you now, and remember this, my son, if you're not back home here in bed by 12 o'clock now, you'll be just as well to stay at home. But you see, I had me eye on Mary Ann. It's past 8 years or so. The only thing that held me back was in case she might say no. You see, the problem was I had turned her down back in her younger days. Mind you, it's not that she's got any better looking. It's just I'm not as hard to please. If I tell you she was ugly, I would not be telling lies. She once worked in a butcher shop just to keep away the flies. But I was at the stage when I come to looks, I just didn't give a damn. And I know now you should all say it was just as well if you seen Mary Ann. From time to time I'd see her down about the shop, but sure I didn't have the courage to bring the subject up. I knew she was still cool with me from I turned her down that time. But when she got the bit of land and money, I sort of just changed my mind. I was put in contact with a man who was an expert in these things, and he felt so sure of my success that he said, now buy the ring. Now, says he, if you follow what's called Get a Woman plan, I will guarantee within 3 weeks I'll have her eating from your hand. Now, says he, the next time you see Mary Ann, you pay her a lot of heed. Look closely at what she's wearing and see, perhaps is there something she might need. Perhaps a scarf for around her neck or something for her hair. If you like my plan, you come back to me and we'll take it on from there. Well, later on that evening I was dumbing out the bear. I made up me mind I'd go for it. Should I say God loves a trier? And after all, I'd be no worse off with the old bag. She said no. I just reminded her I was right the first time when I told her where to go. But it was just about 2 evenings later, I was going down to have a pint. And who should I meet? Only Mary Ann, and her coming pedalling on a bike. And just as I was meeting her, there came this great big truck, and damn nearly blew the clothes clean off her. And did I get a real good look? No, there wasn't a pile she needed, well, as far as I could see. All her odds and ends was covered up from well above the knee. But just at the very last minute I spied it, what a man would buy for the woman he loves. She wasn't sitting there in front of me, she wasn't wearing gloves. Well, I went to town that Thursday morning on the bus front to Mullaban to try and buy a pair of gloves. That was the first part of the plan. I told me ma what I was doing and could she recommend the kind. And she said, it'd fit you better to go and get a pair for yourself and not be always wearing mine. Well, my ma, she said, she'd come with me. She said, sure, I'll try them on. Oh, Jesus, no, I didn't like it one wee bit. But sure, I had to play along. Come up, says she, to that draper shop that belongs to Fred McVickers. I mean, an awful way for a pair of pants. That's what women now call knickers. Well, when I walked into that shop, I got completely mesmerised because when the shopman asked me, oh, Jesus, I didn't know her size. I stood there like an idiot, I just didn't know what to do. Because, says I, now, you have me there. But do you know she's about a 7 in a shoe? Well, I bought a pair of gloves about her size. Well, as far as I could tell, a lovely pair of leather ones that had a gorgeous smell. And then I seen a pair of men's gloves sitting on the shelf. I thought about what Ma had said, so I bought them for myself. Then I got a list of instructions of what to do if the gloves got soiled and wet. And the shopman says, well, you remember all that? Oh, says I, now don't you fret. Then I looked over at Ma, and she seemed to have her business done. Say, Ma, we better shape ourselves or the last bus will be gone. Well, when I got home, I started thinking about all I had to say to Mary Ann. So I got a pen and paper and I began to write it down. So I knew I'd be nervous and I'd leave out half of what had to be said, so it seemed to make a lot of sense to write the whole lot down instead. Later on I washed and shaved so I'd be looking nice. And I splashed on what was left from a bottle of Irish Spice. Says I, Ma, where's the shopping? Says she, it's lying on the bed. But instead of me picking up the parcel with the gloves, didn't I pick up the one with the knickers there instead? I left the house as proud as punch, but I remember not realising what I had done. I jumped up on the zetter and I got her started on the run. And when I arrived at Mary Ann's, I could see she was alone. I parked the tractor on the slope and I pointed her for home. Then I slipped up to the front door and on it I did knock. When Mary Ann, she opened it, I said, I'd like to have a talk. Oh, and there's a wee something for you I got in McVicker's shop, and it got me present with me letter on top. But she began to open up the letter. Oh, and I says, Mary Ann, oh, you open up the present first and I'll read out the letter. But she began to open up the present and she didn't look too pleased. The bit of a grin there was, she only opened up a wee bit, the bit of a grin that was there before had suddenly become erased. God says I to myself, she doesn't like the gloves. And I felt this awful dread. Says I, Mary Ann, will I read out the wee letter now? Whoo! She says, I can't wait for it, she said. Well, I wrote you this wee letter, my dearest Mary Ann. It was just to explain about the present, and I hope you'll understand. You see, the last time that I seen you, I noticed that you hadn't any on. So I bought you these, and I hope you're pleased, and that they'll keep you warm. Now, why I took this liberty, you're wondering, I suppose. But I could see your skin was turning blue, round where it was exposed. Oh, and them old flies and midges and that east wind it can bite, and I could see you taking a brunt of it when I met you on the bed. I thought that you might like them when I saw them on the shelf. In fact, I liked them so much, I bought a pair myself. You see, when it be cold, I'd wear me mother's. Now, it wasn't fair, because I was wearing them so much, and they were her only pair. And Mary Ann, if you should ever wet them, and you might know who can tell, the shopman said you're not supposed to wash them, they lose their shape and smell. And if ever you should dirty them, he said you just rub them with a rag. And he said you can blow into them from time to time, it'll help them not to sag. I don't know now if you're superstitious, my dearest Mary Ann. As for myself, I have to say I'm a very superstitious man. But if ever you should drop them, and from time to time I hope you do, you say it's bad luck to pick up your own, so I picked them up for you. And every time you put them on, I hope you're as cozy as can be. And every time you take them off, I hope you think of me. might find them a wee bit tight at first, but that's because they're new. But don't you worry, when I'm with you, I'll pull them off for you. By now the face was flying a merry on. Ah, Jesus, I thought she'd blow a fuse. And the language that was coming out of her, I never heard a woman use. You F and C and Pumpy B are some of the nicer names that she called me, and she read me 7 generations and criticised me pedigree. It was only then that I seen the knickers and realised the mistake I made. I tried to explain that there was a mix-up, but this was an unforgiving blade. With every word that was coming out of her, her voice was getting higher, and she took Ma's brand new pair of drawers and she flung them in the fire. Get out of here, you pervert, before I call the law. And just with that, she scattered me with a falooder to the jaw. Oh, Jesus, I didn't see it coming. And it took me right off me feet, and in the melee that followed, I lost me cap and me bottom row of teeth. Well, I gathered up me yawls and balls and made a quick retreat. Abuse was still being hurled at me as I fell across the street. Then she opened up the window and threw out me brand new cap. See, take that old rag with you, likewise that settled. Ooh, that heap of scrap. Well, I went free-wheeling down the laneway, and I was hopping off each ditch. Me poor old ears were throbbing from the barks of yon old bitch. But at least I had escaped from her, and that I was alive. I was never as close in all my life to being yet alive. So I'm sitting here with a hump on me, I don't know, for many hours. I'm thinking, mustn't I, the right Egan didn't bring her up a bunch of flowers. Whenever I see the expert, I'll tell him to take his plan and to shove it where the sun don't shine, and to hell with Mary Ann. Chinawit.
Very good, lad. That's excellent. That was very entertaining. You're right. It would lift your spirits. Do we have a name for this chap who gave the recitation? He's excellent. It's brilliant.
I missed his first name and his last, actually, as well. I didn't manage to hear that.
I thought I know him from somewhere too. It's something about him. I just can't put my finger on it, but he rings a bell someplace. There's something about him there.
I will make a notification to find out who he is, okay? Well, thank you very much for sharing this experience with us. The 3 amigos hit the road. Very memorable, I have to say. And I don't think any of our listeners are going to forget this in a hurry. Moving on, I suppose, should I ask, is Eamon tackled back this week?
No, he's not. And I didn't think we needed to have Eamon's tackling here this week, the controversy. It wouldn't sit well with the choir, is what I was thinking.
Okay, right. You have a point. I take that there. And Hector, anything from yourself there? I be like Eamon. Leave for another week. Okay. All right, okay. Game week 9, folks, kicks off this coming Saturday, goes into Sunday and finishes on the Monday. We'll be taking a look at this on our next show. No doubt our managers are going to surprise us with transfers, captain choices, player selection, and we'll get a full roundup of that from the lads. You will be back next week?
Yeah, I'll be back next week. I'm not going anywhere.
I will be back. I will be here, yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, I'll be here also. Why not?
Hector, have you any short shout out this week? Oh, yes, I have, yes. Oh, yes. Hold on. I get the piece of paper now. I have to read this here. That doesn't quite look like a short shout out. I do hope that's not what I'm thinking it is.
You'll be surprised.
No. Hector, you better cut that in half. No. Cut it in half or we'll cut the segment altogether. Okay. Yes, all right. I can do that. Yeah. Okay, take it away. Hello everybody. Hector's hello. They're back again. How you all doing?
Oh, here we go now. Listen, he's going to be looking for music to sound him off in there.
If you have music, you could introduce me, Hector. Oh yeah, I get on. This week, I want to say hello to all in Texas, especially in Austin, our listeners in Dublin, our listeners in Longford. We have our listeners in Bavaria, Frankfurt on Main, Lees. Is it Lees or how
you pronounce it leash?
Like a cat, a dog on leash.
Yeah, that.
Okay, Leash, Sydney in South Wales. We have Mumbai, Cavan, Iran, London, Scotland, Kerry and Mayo are there. Gelderland, we have Philadelphia. Ballyhonus pops up again. High five to Michael Cummins and the Midwest Radio. Look at the sheet here, see who else I've got here. Hector, it's closing time. Yes, I also got the Galway, Italy, Spain, and France, and more to follow next week, I hope.
Hopefully not. This is just... You could do a whole show on this, you could.
Yes, Hector's hellos. Yes, I could be saying hello there.
Well, Hector, you're not borrowing any of my equipment to record your hellos.
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
I've been just thinking, I don't think I'm going to make it for the next show, but I'll be in touch. No, I can't sit through all of these Hector's hello business again. By the way, I still didn't get my pilgrim pass.
Mick.
I just thought I'd mention it.
Right, that's it. Well, thank you one and all for being here this week. And as always, listeners, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and we hope that you've enjoyed the show and that you'll come back next week. As always, please tell your friends, families, work colleagues. Please always subscribe to us. And if you want to get in touch, you could drop us an email at Arkham Avengers FFPL@gmail.com. And all that remains for me to say is, we hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a good night. And to stay safe wherever you are in the world at this time. And we'll be back next week. Slán.